friends, welcome. My name is Shannon and I am on staff here at Song in the Morning Yoga Retreat Center. And I am here to offer you a Hatha-based yoga class that is designed to help attune and harmonize and purify our chakras, as well as infusing the class with affirmations that I've created and crystal singing bowls to help further attune this process of chakra harmonization. So the chakras are basically energy centers that are within our being, and there are 7 main ones that are aligned along our spine, and each chakra correlates with a different aspect of consciousness. And as each chakra travels up, as each one goes up the spine, they progressively become more and more subtle and more in tune with higher states of consciousness. So when we can bring our awareness to these different energy centers, we're able to energize the centers, purify them, sync them up with the rest of our body and our being to help to bring us to a greater state of awareness and expansion of our own unity consciousness. And sometimes these chakras can get blocked due to feelings of anger or resistance, or any kind of resistance, jealousy, self-hatred, shame. So when we experience these feelings, we may resist them, and when we do that, we don't allow that energy to flow through our being, and they can get trapped within our being, especially within our energy centers. So when we bring awareness to these centers, it will also help to allow this energy to move through us so that we can feel a deep sense of peace and harmony and bliss. So hopefully that's what this class will guide you towards. What we'll need for this class is a blanket that you can maybe fold up so it's at least 3 or 2 inches in width. And then we'll also need a yoga block, which I'm sitting on. If you don't have a yoga block, you can get a book maybe that matches the same height, that's similar, or you can fold up another blanket or a towel or something that you will be able to get to resemble this shape. And then other than that, you just need your mat and your body and your breath. And let's get started. So we'll start by taking a deep cleansing breath into the nostrils, and then exhaling out the mouth with a double exhale. Exhaling completely, drawing the navel to the spine. Again, a deep inhale into the nostrils, filling up the belly. Quick double exhale out the mouth. And again, inhale. And a double exhale. Good. Let's draw a circle around the body with the arms. Inhale again. And exhale, palms come down to heart center. Let's step into a feeling of gratitude for a moment. Gratitude for our healthy bodies, for our minds, for our breath, for this beautiful moment in space and time. And on your next exhale, we'll bring the palms back and down into the thighs, and we'll move into our first posture, which is going to correspond to the Mullahara Chakra, which is the chakra that lies at the base of the spine. And it's pretty much in between our sit bones and our pubic bone and our coccyx bone. So what we'll do is gently contract this area of the body, your pelvic floor, and then allow it to release. And just so we can bring a deeper awareness to this space by bringing a little bit of tension there. And then on your inhale, let's see if we can feel this area of the body expand with the breath. Maybe you can feel the lower abdominals expand with the breath. Maybe you can feel the lower back even expand with the breath. And the pelvic floor does also expand. Let's see if you can feel that. Okay, and your next exhale, if you're sitting on a block or a cushion, we'll gently move that. And keeping our awareness on our Mullahara Chakra, we'll move into a posture called Sleeping Stone. So we'll go into table pose first. So we'll bring our wrists under our shoulders, knees underneath our hips, and then we'll draw our feet together and our knees together, and then we'll just slowly sink the hips back towards the ankles. And then we'll take our block and we're going to place it medium side up, and then we'll bring our forehead down on top of the block. You can bring your arms to your sides, elbows bent, or you can let them go long to the sides of the body. And just allow the forehead to sink into the block, allow the facial muscles to soften down towards the floor, the cheeks, the jaw, the eyes. As you continue to settle into this new posture, I'd like you to affirm after me out loud. I rest within the foundation of my being. I experience safety and security within the awareness of spirit. And then again, I'd like you to repeat these words mentally now, but fully embodying the words, not just thinking about them and intellectualizing what they mean, but allowing yourself to feel the meaning of the words. I rest within the foundation of my being. I experience safety and security within the awareness of spirit. Maintaining your focus on a Mullahara center, will slowly and mindfully come out of the posture, bringing yourself up into a seated position. And then we'll take the block and we'll take it off the mat for now, And what we're going to do is move into a butterfly posture. So in butterfly, you want to sit down fully on your sit bones. And then if you have tight hamstrings or a tight low back, you might want to, again, sit on a block or a prop. And then what we'll do is bring our soles of our feet together, keeping the spine nice and straight. Feeling the soles of your feet connect with one another. Resting the eyes, and then bringing the awareness down into the root chakra, Mullahara Chakra. And then again, affirm after me out loud. I rest within the foundation of my being. I experience safety and security within the awareness of spirit. And then again, mentally, I rest within the foundation of my being. I experience safety and security within the awareness of spirit. On your next inhale, we will slowly start to remove the prop. If you're sitting on one, extend the legs. And we're going to go down, lying on our back. Palms can go up. And then now just allow the body to settle into the space that it's occupying. Feeling the energy flow throughout the body, allowing this newfound energy in our root chakra to assimilate to the rest of our tissues, organs, cells, atoms. Feeling that energy flow freely and smoothly. Let's take a deep cleansing breath into the nose. Double exhale out the mouth. Now we'll bring our awareness to our Swahistana Chakra, which lies within the pelvis region. It's in between the navel and the pubic bone. So let's go ahead and just slowly contract this area of the body to help bring a deeper awareness to it. And allow it to soften. You can even place your hands on top of this center to help to bring further awareness to this area of the body. Maybe you can feel this space expand with the breath. Now we'll bend our knees. Bring our knees together so they touch. Walk your feet apart. Arms go out to a T. And then we'll bring the knees down to the right side of the body, keeping your feet where they are at the sides of the mat. And then we'll rotate the neck to the left, resting the eyes, keeping our awareness on our Swahistana Chakra. And then affirming out loud after me. I rest within the awareness of my being. I rest within the sweetness of my being. I allow the full expression of my creative self to flow through me. Again, mentally affirm this time, feeling into the words. I rest within the sweetness of my being. I allow the full expression of my creative self to flow through me. On your next inhale, we'll slowly bring the knees back up to center, and then allow the knees to drop to your left side now. Rotating the neck to the right, arms still stay out to a T. Focusing on our Swahistana Chakra. Feeling that area of the body expand, getting familiar with this space in the body. And then mentally, or actually verbally affirming with me, after me. I rest within the sweetness of my being. I allow the full expression of my creative self to flow through me. And mentally this time, I rest within the sweetness of my being. I allow the full expression of my creative self to flow through me. We can slowly bring ourselves back into Shavasana, extending the legs. Arms can go back down to your sides. The neck goes neutral. And then allowing this energy to assimilate throughout the body. Harmonizing and equalizing our inner and outer space. Now we'll take a deep cleansing breath. Inhale to the nostrils. Double exhale at the mouth. While you're still lying on your back, we'll draw our attention now back up into our Mullahara Chakra, the chakra that is located behind the navel center and corresponds with our solar plexus. Take a moment to get familiar with this space, feeling it expand as you inhale. Maybe you can feel the concentration of energy that lies within this space. And from here, we're going to slowly move into a bridge posture. So we'll bend the knees, root the feet so they're in line with the hips, palms go down to your sides, and as you inhale, we'll press the shoulders into the floor, hands, palms go into the floor, feet go into the floor as the hips come up. Now we can stay here in this posture, or if you'd like for it to be more restful, you can take your block or your prop and place it underneath your pelvis and just allow that space to soften on the block. Or if you'd like to go into a deeper back bend, you can extend the spine, arch the spine, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back, and arch the spine. So finding what posture works best for you, and bringing your awareness into the Mullahara Chakra. And then verbally affirming after me. I rest within my innate willpower. I fully accept my limitless abilities. And mentally this time, allowing yourself to feel the words. I rest within my innate willpower. I fully accept my limitless abilities. We'll slowly now move on to our next posture. If you're sitting on the prop, you can remove the prop. And we'll straighten the legs. And we're going to go into a seated forward fold. And if you notice that when when you want to fold forward, that your back wants to round forward because you may have tight hamstrings or a tight low back, you can go ahead and sit on a prop, which will help to keep the spine straight while you fold. So we can go ahead and take a deep inhale, bring the arms up, and exhale, we'll slowly fold forward. If you still feel like your back wants to round, you can bend the knees as much as you need to. You can interlace your peace fingers around your big toes, drawing your navel to your feet so the lower spine is nice and straight. And then if you'd like to fold forward slightly, dropping the jaw, dropping the eyes, letting the cheeks soften down towards the floor. And then drawing our awareness towards our navel center, towards the Mullahara Chakra. Allow yourself to settle into this space. And affirm after me. I rest within my innate willpower. I fully accept my limitless abilities. And again, affirming mentally this time. I rest within my innate willpower. I fully accept my limitless abilities. Allow these words to settle into this space within your being. We'll slowly start to move out of this posture, removing the prop. And then you can go ahead and lay down on your back into Shavasana. Palms face the sky, resting the eyes, allowing the awakened energy of the Mullahara Chakra to assimilate within the rest of the body, in the mind. Let's take a deep cleansing breath before we move into the next posture. Inhale into the nostrils. Double exhale out the mouth. Now we're going to lift the back up slightly, and we'll place our block prop underneath our spine where our Anahata chakra is located. So it's in the center of the chest, in between the shoulder blades. And then we'll also place another prop, your extra blanket or towel, and we'll put it underneath our head. So go ahead and slowly rest the body on top of your props. The block is going to be aligned with the spine. Arms go down to your sides, palms up, allowing the shoulders to give into gravity and fall down towards the earth. bringing our awareness to the space within the Anahata Chakra, the center of love and compassion. And as you settle into this new shape, you can repeat after me. I rest within the source of unconditional divine love. I experience loving compassion for myself and all of creation. Now mentally affirming, allowing the space to feel into these words. I rest within the source of unconditional divine love. I experience loving compassion for myself and all of creation. We'll slowly start to remove the props, and we'll allow the back to settle onto the mat fully, and we're going to move into star pose. So moving into star, what we'll do is we'll take our arms and bring them out diagonally, and also the legs, so you're going to be in the shape of a star. And you can rest the eyes, keeping your awareness on the Anahata center. And again, affirm after me. I rest within the source of unconditional divine love. I experience loving compassion for myself and all of creation. And again, mentally affirming. I rest within the source of unconditional divine love. I experience loving compassion for myself and all of creation. Now we'll slowly bring yourself back into Shavasana. You can bring the legs more now into a neutral position. The arms can go down to your sides, palm up. And you're just allowing yourself to sink into this new shape, allowing the awaken energy, loving energy within our heart center to travel throughout the rest of the body, saturating your cells and atoms with this divine loving energy. Let's take a deep cleansing breath into the nostrils. Double exhale out the mouth. And as we're laying in Shavasana, we'll bring our awareness now up to the throat center. The center of wisdom is called our Swahistana Chakra. And let's get familiar with the space. As we inhale, we'll feel how this area of the body expands with the breath. Maybe you can feel the coolness of the breath travel down through the center as it enters into your lungs. Now we'll bend the knees, and we're going to go into a modified shoulder stand. So what we'll do is we'll take our block prop and place it underneath our pelvis. And on the inhale, we'll just gently bend the knees, maybe bend one leg at a time, and we'll start to bring the legs up towards the sky. If you like to go into full shoulder stand, you can do that and remove the block and bring your arms onto your hips and push your hips up. Or if the block prop is still a little bit too much and you want it to be more restful, you can put your feet on top of the block. Or hold your knees towards your chest, whatever works best for you. And as you find the position of your choice, you can mentally affirm after me, keeping your awareness on the Swahistana center within the throat. I rest within the awareness of wisdom. I experience the ultimate understanding of divine truth. And again, mentally embodying these words, I rest in the awareness of wisdom. I experience the ultimate understanding of divine truth. And now that we're moving into the higher vibrational centers within the body, I will move into using a more higher vibrational frequency singing bowl. Now as we slowly move out of this posture, we'll remove our prop if we're using one, and keeping the legs straight, we'll sit up slightly and place the palms of our hands underneath our glutes. So we're sitting on the backs of our hands, and the palms will be facing towards the floor. And we'll rest the elbows on our mat, and then arch the spine slightly, and we'll let the crown of the head rest on the floor beneath it. If you start to feel some tension in the shoulders and that feels uncomfortable, you can always extend the elbows a little bit more. We're just looking for a gentle arch in our cervical spine, keeping our gaze and our attention on our Swahistana Chakra within the throat. And then affirming after me, I rest in the awareness of wisdom. I experience the ultimate understanding of divine truth. And then mentally embodying these words fully, I rest in the awareness of wisdom. I experience the ultimate understanding of divine truth. begin to release the posture, bringing yourself back into Shavasana, palms up, shoulders relax onto the floor beneath them. And allow this newfound energy to assimilate within the rest of the body. Soaking up the healing vibrations of the singing bowl. Let's take a deep cleansing breath while we're in Shavasana. Inhale to the nostrils, double exhale at the mouth. And we'll bend the knees, drop them to the side of the body, and we'll go ahead and push ourselves up into a seated position, working our way to a table posture. The hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And we're going to go into a posture called puppy. So what we'll do is we'll go down into our elbows, working towards keeping our knees in a 90-degree bend, and we'll place the crown of our head onto the mat. Or not the crown, I'm sorry, our forehead onto the mat. And if you need to extend the elbows in order to do this, you can. And you're welcome to put a prop underneath your forehead as well, and allow yourself to settle into the posture as we lift our gaze towards the spot between the eyebrows, our Ajna Chakra. This is a center of intuition, or single eye, or spiritual eye. And you can affirm after me. I rest in pure, loving awareness. Divine unity is flowing through me. And then mentally embodying these words. I rest in pure, loving awareness. Divine unity is flowing through me. Slowly coming out of this posture now, we'll come up onto our elbows. Elbows will be underneath our shoulders, arching the spine slightly, lifting the chin slightly, shoulders are rolling back, gaze lifted in between the eyebrows. Feeling the prana within this energetic center, and affirming after me. I rest in pure, loving awareness. Divine unity is flowing through me. And again, mentally, I rest in pure, loving awareness. Divine unity is flowing through me. Slowly come out of this posture now. And we're going to work to turn our bodies over. So you can bring the right arm down, place the weight on the right arm, come onto your side. And we're just going to go ahead and lay back down into Shavasana. So our back is fully on the mat, palms are facing up, skyward. And feeling into this space that we are occupying. Finding that deep state of equanimity as we allow the energy from the Ajna Chakra to equalize and harmonize the tissues, the energy in the body. Let's take a deep cleansing breath. Inhale to the nostrils, double exhale at the mouth. Now we'll bring our awareness up to the Crown Chakra. Our Sahasrara Chakra translates to 1,000-petal lotus flower. And we can even literally lift our gaze up high, gazing up towards this crown center, feeling into this space, feeling the concentration of energy that resides in it. And affirming after me, I exist as infinite blissful consciousness. I am love, light, truth, wisdom, joy, peace, and bliss. And then mentally affirming, I exist as infinite blissful consciousness. Feeling these words. I am love, light, truth, wisdom, joy, peace, and bliss. Let's go ahead and roll onto our sides now. Coming into a fetal position, pressing your top hand into the floor and gently pushing yourself back up into a seated meditation posture. Maybe taking a block to sit on if you need to. And we'll rest the eyes and just notice how you feel. Take a deep inhale, draw a circle around the body with the arms. And exhale, palms come down to the heart center. The light, love, and compassion in me honors the light and love and compassion in you. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you all so much for participating in this chakra class. I really enjoy doing it, and I really appreciate your support for our Song of the Morning Yoga Center, as well as our yoga festival and supporting the yoga movement. We really appreciate you, and thank you very much. I hope this class was beneficial.